The Inspector General of Police had a meeting recently with some police managers where certain issues were addressed pertaining to ethical and professional conduct of police personnel. I'd like us to begin with the issue of discipline, which is really a big deal in the force. I'm wondering what the strategy really is to better instill this in officers across board. But I wanted to speak also specifically to the fact that no operative is now expected to be seen carrying rifles while dressed in civilian attire. Is that enforcement in force as we speak?
It's not negotiable. Nifemi, the IGP has spoken. The IGP doesn't advise his men. He gives directives. And he has spoken, he has given them directives. He spoke directly to strategic managers, that is commissioners of police and above. So that meeting was so strategic, very, very critical because it's a virtual meeting. And the IGP made it clear that on no account should any policeman be seen on mufti and carrying long rifles. It is not proper. You can't be on the road. The authority you have to be on the road to stop any vehicle, to search any vehicle, is the paraphernalia office, which of course uniform is part of it. You cannot be on mufti wearing T-shirts over jean and you want to stop a vehicle to say you have authority to stop a vehicle because you are carrying rifles. So it's not proper. The IGP has made it clear that even all those tactical teams or tactical squads we have, they should have their approved uniforms.
ACP, are you saying specifically that Nigerians shouldn't recognize the authority of a police personnel in mufti who is carrying arm and who attempts to stop them on the road?
Well, there are two ways to handle this because it's contextual and circumstantial. There are some cases where you're going to see some policemen or not fully dressed, but they have long-range rifles on them. But you see them in the midst of their uniformed officers. So let us get it right so that we will not mislead Nigerians. It's not that when you see people in this situation, you say, because you've seen them on jean and shirt, amidst their other uniformed colleagues, you will not honor them, you pinpoint them and say, no, I just said, no. There are some situations where you have uniformed men with their marked patrol vehicles. Maybe they are special operation. I'm going to see tactical squad with them. This is a different thing. But for you to be on the road, to have 2 or 3, 4 policemen on mufti and carrying rifles, I think this calls for concerns. And I want Nigerians to be wary of people who are going to turn out in this manner.
I hear the first part, ACP. You know, we have a short time, but I want to get some clarity in your submission. I heard the first part, that if you see them in the midst of uniformed officers, you need to also accord them that respect. But what happens if a policeman is not wearing uniform and is isolated, is alone? How should I handle that as a civilian?
With this IGP's directive, I don't think a professional, bona fide or genuine policeman should be on the road of mufti, if any. I don't think it's proper for any policeman with this new directive.
Policemen, like every other Nigerian, err, right? So let us just assume that one of them is. How should I handle that situation if I see someone in mufti on the road?
In as much you have not given any Nigerian the power to discipline any policeman, I want to advise them that if they come across such an individual, all our numbers are out. Our numbers have been published. We want them to quickly reach out to us, call the commissioner of police in charge of that state, or they call us directly. Don't let us just pick or give any blanket check to anybody to say, if you see any policeman or mufti, you have to flog, you have to attack. No. Please, if you take note, if you notice anyone like that, don't attack such a person. Quickly contact us. We know what to do.
All right.
That's the best way to handle this.
Again, we're hearing that violation of human rights by the police will not be tolerated and that this will be met with stiff sanctions and penalty with severe consequences. My concern really is, where do Nigerians whose rights are violated by the police go, and will they actually get justice? For instance, I'm wondering, why don't we normalize police officers wearing body cams? Because these days, you are able to track this in discipline when people post online. Why is that a challenge as of 2025?
Nifemi, the issue of procuring body counts for police personnel is a capital project, and I'm sure the IGP has taken a step in that direction. I don't want to be so specific on this program, but I'm sure the leadership of the police, particularly the Inspector General of Police, is interested in that and is working towards that. The issue of protection of human rights is the major duty of the Nigeria Police Force. There's no individual that protects people's fundamental human rights than a policeman. Where we have very few, very mega, very infinitesimal number, percentage of policemen who violate people's rights. The Nigerian Police Force are taking it up seriously. We don't toy with it and we don't joke with it. In fact, I want to say without missing words, that trying to be quoted or corrected every time that the Nigerian Police Force remains the #1 agency of government, either ministry, department, or agency. Yeah. I will always expose the hearing officers in the Nigerian Police Force. We don't condone that. We don't support it. And that's why you see that we come out all the time. We always make people know that the Nigerian Police Force have done it. Just about 4 days ago, Abia Command dismissed 3 policemen who abducted some innocent people in Abia. They have been dismissed, and I can say correctly now that they have been charged to court. I think 2 days ago they have appeared in court. So we don't condone that. I want Nigerians to be very to be on the same page with us in this particular matter. This matter,
ACP,
that the Nigerian Police Force will not condone that, and the IGP has repeated that.
I hear you clearly.
Policies and the directive of the Inspector General.
We are running out of time. Yes, we are running out of time. I just want you to answer this before we go. You have some good following on X, and I know you are aware of what's happening online. How do you react to the narrative that the police is out arresting those abusing government officials, including the president and others?
If I mean, there's a difference between criticism and bullying or attacks. You can easily tell me, Muyiwa Adejobi, the policy you have made is not for the good or the betterment of the masses. That is criticism. But you can't say, Muyiwa Adejobi, you're a madman. You are not normal. You are crazy. Your policy is this. There's a difference between criticism and abuse. And we need to have, there's a difference between that. And we want people to take note of this, that cyberbullying or cyber stalking is an offense.
And I get you clearly, but you know what Nigerians are saying, ACP, is that isn't it a waste of resources if someone comes online and say, Mr. President, you are stupid, and then the police goes to arrest him? They're wondering, is that really the problem of insecurity in Nigeria as we speak?
Nobody has ever arrested any blogger for saying, Mr. President, you are stupid. We are talking of serious defamation of character here, talking of serious bullying, really causes on an individual. And I've seen on X, and I've been trying to explain to them, to educate them, that this is a criminal offense in Nigeria. Our job as a responsible security agency in Nigeria, the police force, is to educate Nigeria. We don't need to wait for Nigeria to run fan of the law and arrest. Part of our statutory duty is to educate. And this is what we have been doing: advocacy, public enlightenment, particularly on the provisions of the Cybercrime Act, Provision Act of 2024 as amended. This act, we are not using this act to taunt anybody. But let people learn and let us embrace our moral values. How can you just come on here, abuse people, abuse wives, any causes, tag them, and lay allegations that you cannot substantiate? For goodness sake. People have come out to say somebody is a thief, somebody is an armed robber, and you cannot even prove it. Let us be mindful of this. You can express your feelings. Nobody is telling you not to express your feelings. It's your fundamental human right. While you're expressing your feelings, or still abuse somebody before you express your point.
Yes,
or still abuse somebody or call somebody before you express your feelings.
I get you clearly.
The police is not doing that. The police is not doing that, but we need to take note that the law is the law.
I hear you clearly.
Together. Understand the legal framework of this country.
We have completely run out of time. We're going to continue this conversation. Hopefully you have time to join us subsequently. ACP Muyiwa Adejobi, thank you so much.
Anytime you call me, I will come. Nifemi, it's my job to talk to you and to engage Nigerians so that we can get it right.
Thank you so
and
much.
God bless you.
For your contribution. That's our show today, everyone. You can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Nifemi